I'm Glenyce Hughes, and I have another tool from Access Consciousness for you. This one is called the Who Does It Belong To tool. Now, we are all so incredibly, and then a godzillion times beyond that, incredibly aware of everything in the world. And our body is an awareness unit of magnitude. Its job is to let us know what's going on around us, whether that's somebody sitting beside us or somebody in a whole other country. This is how brilliant we and our bodies are. And what happens is that we end up misidentifying the information. So if our body's letting us know that somebody across the room has a headache by giving us that energy in our head, we go, "Oh, I have a headache." And then our body is such a beautiful, beautiful honoring for us. Says, "Oh, goodness, you want a headache? Okay." I don't know why, but okay, it doesn't do that part, but that's just funny to me because I just think it's gotta at times go, "Wow, man, this is an interesting choice you're making here." But it is. It's just showing us. So the tool is so simple. And we just say, who does that belong to? You're perceiving an ache or a pain or an intensity or an emotion, whatever it might be. Who does that belong to? And then we say, return to sender with consciousness. And this is where a lot of people struggle because they're like, I don't want to give a headache back to somebody. That's mean. Why don't I just dissipate it? Why don't I just send it up to the universe for it to take care of it? I was there too. I used to think that that was what was relevant and that was the most kind thing I could do. And yet it's actually the most disempowering. Because if I perceive somebody's headache and then I take it from them and then I dissipate it, or I give it to the universe to dissipate, that disempowers them. Because basically, energetically, I'm saying to them, you can't handle it. I've got to take it for you. And I become what we call in Access a superior bitch. And I am a very good superior bitch. And I do not see a wrongness in it. I'm just willing to be aware of when it's going to create more, when it's going to be a contribution, and when it's not. And more often than not, it's not. So if I hand it back to them with consciousness attached, it actually gives them the energy to change it if they wish. Not everybody in the world is looking for change. Some people get attention when they have headaches. Some people get there to stay home from work if they have a headache. Some people get out of sex with their partner if they have a headache. I mean, there's so many things that people use things for that are their excuse. So they're maybe not asking for it to be gone, and that's okay. What if you just returned it to sender with consciousness and didn't have a point of view of what they chose with it? Yeah, what if life could be that easy? This can be physical stuff, you guys. This can be emotional. If you wake up really sad one day, who does that belong to? Return to center with consciousness. If you start worrying about money, who does that belong to? Return to sender with consciousness. If you start judging your spouse, who does that belong to? Return to center with consciousness. And a lot of times, what we pick up from other people is their points of view about them. And then we read it as us judging them. And then we judge us for judging them. Just creates this whole bunch of crazy. I was at a class recently, and this woman, there was like, 100 of us there. And every time this one woman walked by, I would look at her legs and go, wow, her legs are really thick. Now you guys have to know, I don't even think like that. Like, I don't even really perceive that in my world from people. There were 99 other people walking around and I never saw anything. And every time I would see her, I would judge that she had thick legs, and then I would judge me for 10 minutes or 10 hours for having that judgment. How horrible am I? And who the hell am I to talk? And all that crap. And by the third day, I was like, oh, duh. Who does that belong to? Of course it was hers. She had such strong points of view about her legs. I was picking up on it and I was projecting it at her from judgment. So it just creates more crazy. So who does that belong to? Return to sender with consciousness. Use it for everything, you guys. Even the things that you say, it has to be yours. You've always worried about money. This money worry has to be yours. Try it. Try it, try it, try it. And let me know what magic you create with it. And start acknowledging the absolute brilliance of awareness that you are. Because that's what this is. We don't want to shut it down. We want to use it and be with it and acknowledge it and celebrate it and not carry it like it's ours. So let me know how it works for you and have a wonderful rest of your day.